On the first day of April every year, a peculiar tradition takes hold across many cultures around the world, a day of mischief, pranks, and good-natured deception that has become known as April Fool's Day. This globally embraced event of frivolous folly stems from a rich tapestry of folklore, cultural rituals, and humanity's primal appetite for harmless trickery and jest. While its precise origins remain shrouded in mystery, there are several popular theories tracing the roots of this whimsical celebration. One widely cited origin links April Fool's Day to 16th-century France, when the adoption of the Gregorian calendar shifted the celebration of the new year from its traditional place around Easter time to January 1st. Those who clung defiantly to the old ways of celebrating the new year in spring were mockingly labeled as fools, and became the target of pranks and hoaxes around April 1st. Over time, this custom of playfully poking fun at the inflexible evolved into an annual rite of trickery in France and eventually spread across Europe. Another theory traces the tradition back to ancient Roman festivals like Ilaria, which marked the arrival of spring through raucous costumed revelry and merriment. Festivals in India honoring spring's fertility and renewal, such as the vibrant celebration of Holi involving colored powders and water pranks, may have also influenced similar traditions of light-hearted pranks around the spring equinox. At its heart, April Fool's Day celebrates our unquenchable human delight in subversive humor, our capacity to suspend disbelief, and our irrepressible need to poke fun at even our most deeply rooted conventions and institutions through harmless folly. Over centuries, a rich heritage of hilarious hoaxes and pranks on April 1st have become iconic cultural touchpoints. From the infamous 1957 BBC Spaghetti Harvest broadcast that convinced many Britons pasta grew on trees, to Taco Bell's 1996 full-page ad claiming they had purchased the Liberty Bell and renamed it the Taco Liberty Bell, major media outlets and brands have eagerly embraced the tradition of pulling wildly implausible stunts. Even reputable publications like The Guardian and NPR have gotten in on the act by publishing cheeky fictional stories for April Fool's Day. At an individual level, the day brings out people's playful, mischievous sides as they delight in executing minor pranks on friends, family and coworkers, whether by meticulously saran-wrapping toilet bowls, swapping sugar for salt, strategically applying petroleum jelly on doorknobs, or placing fake insects in food and drinks to spark amusing frights. Kids especially revel in these acts of innocent trickery, even if they incur the intermittent ire of parents and teachers. While the broad strokes of April Fool's Day are universally recognized, many cultures have their own unique variations on the revelry and mockery playing out. In India, the exuberant Holi festival coincides with spring and involves song, dance, and energetic dousing of vibrant colored powders or spraying of water balloons, even targeting strangers in the streets in joyous communal celebration. In Iran, tricksters go door-to-door singing comedic songs and jokes, marking people's feet with red color to symbolize the renewal of spring. Scotland celebrates its own Gowkie Day, derived from the old term gowk, meaning a cuckoo bird or a fool, filled with costless pranks and playful, kick-meat signs. In France, the fools are called Poisson d'Avril or April fish, inspiring the quirky custom of taping paper fish shapes onto people's backs. And in Denmark and Sweden, newspapers often feature outrageous cover graphics designed to elicit guffaws when their impossibility is revealed as an April Fool's prank. No matter the geographical or cultural context, this frivolous interlude for mischief and mockery seems to tap into our universal human capacity for whimsy and the liberating folly of breaching societal norms in jest. What distinguishes April Fool's Day from ordinary pranks is its unique convergence of novelty, mystery, and the eventual willing normalization of being duped by the ruse. There is an eagerness every April 1st for audacious new hoaxes and jokes that startle our sensibilities and upend the mundane. Amateur and professional pranksters alike take meticulous care to craft elaborate falsehoods and fantastical sets to maximize their tricks' jaw-dropping impact. Major corporations invest heavily in April Fool's ad campaigns precisely because of the heightened anticipation for an ingenious gag that momentarily hoodwinks the public. Yet there is an implicit understanding that on this singular day each year, the line between fact and fiction becomes gleefully malleable as we allow ourselves to be momentarily deceived. The thrill stems from our own brief willing suspension of our cynicism and common sense in favor of the sheer improbability of the prank. Even as we gleefully capitulate to the trickery, there is an tacit assurance that once the deception is revealed, it immediately dissolves, serving only as catalyst for raucous laughter and zero lasting deceit or cruelty. We chuckle heartily at our own gullibility and celebrate the mischievous charade of it all before reverting seamlessly to our senses. This transient loss of our bearings to enjoy harmless buffoonery creates a rare, socially sanctioned escape hatch where we can indulge our inner child's capacity for awe, magic, and delighted acceptance of the impossible. While April Fool's Day revels in the mischievous spirit of deception, it adheres to crucial ethical boundaries. Intentionally cruel pranks intended to bully, intimidate, or inflict emotional distress on people are unequivocally off-limits. Risky physical stunts that endanger people's safety or abusive mockery targeting vulnerable communities are clear violations of the spirit of inclusive revelry. There have been examples where April Fool's hoaxes have crossed this line, like a 1962 Swedish prank where the national station broadcasted a terrifying fictional Cold War attack alert that sparked panic. In the modern context, reputable media outlets have strict policies against hoaxes related to tragic news events or financial markets to prevent the spread of disinformation and unrest. There is also ethical debate around the wisdom of elaborate corporate marketing stunts on April 1st, which often squander exorbitant resources purely for a brand gimmick that arguably defeats the spirit of communal mirth through harmless pranks. Overall though, a shared cultural sensitivity for ethics and proportionality acts as a buffer against any momentary buffoonery devolving into malicious acts. The understanding is that we laugh giddily at our own hoodwinking and rise above any true acrimony or harm. Perhaps most vitally, this holiday of levity and eschewing decorum reminds us to embrace our boundless human imagination, our flawed gullibility and capacity for wonderment. April 1st allows us to shed the mantle of world weariness and tap into our primal spirit of playful creativity and wishful belief in the implausible or fantastical, however fleeting. At its essence, April Fool's Day stands as a vibrant celebration of our identities as mischievous, forever improvising human beings who possess an unquenchable thirst for humor, imagination, and the reinvigorating folly of suspending reality's shackles, even for just one precious day a year. This universally observed tradition transcends cultures, borders, and creeds to unite us all in the shared, childlike glee of jokes and pranks. So whether through elaborate media hoaxes, ingenious pranks on friends and family, or absurd workplace japes, we would be wise to embrace April 1st as a liberating social license to indulge our most comedic, irreverent impulses. For a little harmless buffoonery taps into the very whimsy and laughter that have fortified humanity through our most grueling tribulations. And that makes fools of us all in the most marvelously liberating way. Keep exploring, keep learning, and never stop seeking the wonders of the world around you. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and may your quest for wisdom continue to illuminate your path. Thank you for joining us on this incredible adventure. Farewell, until we meet again.